Hey everyone, welcome back to Rewind by Infinity Streaming. I am Contrell, joined as always by Charlie. It's Saturday morning, man. Give me a break. How you doing, Charlie?
It's fine. It's kind of rainy.
Yeah,
Shitty outside.
rainy day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Today's movie is called "Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood," 1996. Rated R. Runtime of 1 hour, 29 minutes. And if you have not seen this movie, spoilers are ahead. So Ashtray moves to South Central LA to live with his father and hangs out with his crazy cousin Lope Dog. Before we get started talking about this masterpiece, let's remind you of our Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We are at Affinity Streaming Podcast. Charlie, first rewatch for you.
This was like a first watch for me.
Nice. So let me ask, had you seen any of the movies this movie is parodying? Like, have you seen Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society, Juice, South Central?
I hadn't seen any of those.
Okay. So I think that makes it funnier if you've seen those movies.
Doesn't it? Because I felt like all the jokes were like extremely broad. I know one thing I was missing was there was like the Korean. I was supposed to be Korean, right?
The grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that's in, what is it, Menace to Society?
Yeah.
And that was also like a real life incident too. So.
Probably happens daily.
No, there was like that.
Oh, really?
Case where it was like a Korean woman shot like a black guy because she accused him of stealing, and then I think she was acquitted too. So it was like a big deal.
Nice.
Something
Way to go.
like that, Korean or Chinese or something. I forget.
So, art based in reality is yeah. So I think this movie hits harder if you've seen all the movies that they're parodying. And of course, in the early 90s in college, that's what we did. We went to the movies like every Friday night and, as a group, and we saw all of these movies.
Yeah.
So it was pretty, for me, it was pretty funny, but it was like, now, I think this is a rewatch for me. I think watching it again, it was a little bit over the top for me. Like,
I didn't think it was. I felt like all the jokes I was getting because they felt like so broad. You know, it's like they made the joke about like, oh, black guys don't have their dads around or that kind of thing. Like that comes up and it's like, oh, okay. Like like all the jokes are like so broad that's like I feel like I didn't have to see any of those specific movies
right
to really get the joke because they're just
it's
just, like barely a joke. It's just like kind of a statement.
Yeah, they're just stereotypes that they.
Yeah, and I guess I don't know. Maybe that kind of humor is not for me.
Yes, I mean I guess it's trying to be Airplane for a new generation of.
I know. I was thinking that because that's like the obvious like corollary, especially to what we've like reviewed. Because that's also that movie is really funny.
Yeah,
and I was kind of thinking about like the jokes they had in this movie. Like for example, like they have like they make a joke and then it never comes back up in like any way.
Right.
Like for example, like he gets like, was it kick me in his like hair, like buzzed in, and it's like I feel like it like maybe throughout the movie someone like kicks him.
Yeah.
Like something like that. Like
they were one-off. They're one-off jokes. They didn't set up other stuff like
Yeah, but they're one-off jokes that mostly weren't very good. Like it says kick me, but that's the joke is that he put kick me in, and that's it.
Yeah. All right. So directed by Paris Barclay. I watched it on Stars. It's currently streaming on Stars, starring Sean and Marlon Wayans. 32% critics, 80% audience, 5.4 on Film Affinity. So it has a cult following. It has a big positive audience reaction.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Ashtray is sent to live with his father, who's like younger than him. It seems like.
Look, I found the opening stuff kind of funny.
Yeah,
Especially the mom she makes like a joke like, oh, and you won't be able to get a job except for like, I can't remember the first thing, but she's like, oh, except for like pimping women or working security for Eddie Murphy.
I don't want you hanging out in the streets. I want you to finish school. Because without an education, the only kind of work you're gonna get is selling drugs, pimping women, or working security for Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's a good joke where it's just like, it's just dropped in. They don't make a big deal about it.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of I mean, we'll just go over some of my favorite like jokes. We'll go over the and well, first the girl's name was Dashiki, which I thought was just horrible, and she had 7 kids, and one of the kids is like just some Asian kid like that's hanging out with them, and they were all at the barbecue, and the like black power guy with all his like stuff on, he like immediately goes for the white girl at the barbecue. I thought that was funny, but guess not.
I guess again for me, like I've heard that kind of thing like for years. So I don't know, maybe at the time that was like a new joke, but like I've heard that.
Yeah, it went like again. It wasn't
like
old for you.
Yeah, and it's in like it's the most broad way possible. Or like, I guess I wish there was some kind of story to this. It's like barely a movie. It's like a collection of skits.
Yeah, I guess it was. I don't know. So, have you seen American Fiction yet?
No, I haven't yet.
So, all right, so it's going to be interesting. It's interesting that that we're doing this at the same time.
Yeah.
I think once you see American Fiction, I think I don't know. It all comes together.
So I should watch American Fiction and then rewatch this.
No, I feel like if you had watched Boys in the Hood, Men Society, watch this and then watch American Fiction, it would have made like a whole. Like
maybe I feel like I haven't seen those specific movies, but I've seen other movies or related movies or movies.
Yeah.
Scenes in it. Like I feel like I know what these are trying to parody. It's not like I have no idea, you know. And I've seen like bits and pieces of those movies. Like Precious was on TV every now and then, you know. It's like I haven't sat down and watched them, but like I know those movies where it's like, oh, life is so like they parody that at the very beginning, where it's like, I'll tell you how it really is.
Yeah, you're right.
No one's getting shot,
and that's what American Fiction addresses, and I think that's a good next watch for you. We may possibly be doing that on the Xfinity Streaming Podcast main feed soon, so you guys be on the lookout for that. At one point, they were in church, and the guy said the name of the church, and that made me laugh so hard. I don't even remember what he said.
From his sheep here at the Greater Ebenezer New Revival Tree of Life Institutional Double Rock on the side of the road to Jericho Missionary Baptist Church of Zion. And I say Mount Calvary, y'all don't hear me.
Preach already!
But I just remember, I wrote it down. He was just like the something, and it just made me laugh.
Yeah,
so
I found the pastor funny.
Yeah, the pastor was hilarious.
But maybe that's just more matches my type of humor, where it's just like the people are ridiculous, but like nobody is like paying in mind. I don't know,
right?
But it's and it kind of I don't know. I feel like he fits better into like the world. Like I don't know, like he fits more seamlessly.
So did you have any like any laugh out loud moments in this movie? Anything?
I think that the most one was that first one of the woman, like, oh, pimping women, working security for Eddie Murphy. Yeah. Mostly I just found the jokes kind of like, Like immediately after that, they have one where like he opens the door and someone gets hit, like someone's biking by and gets hit, and that's the whole joke.
Yeah,
that's it. The biker doesn't appear again. The bike is just that's it. No one in the car reacts. It's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like a lot of jokes were. It's just kind of a thing happens and you're supposed to laugh because it was
a thing. Yeah.
I don't find that funny.
There are a couple of things I like. I like that he had like a nuclear missile in his mail truck. And he had the little controller. That
Was he the mailman? I was confused.
No, that was making fun of Poetic Justice, I think was the name of the movie, with Tupac and Janet Jackson, where they drove around.
What was up with the mailman like appearing? Because that was something I just didn't get, and like I didn't understand.
That was it. That was Keenan Ivory Wayans. I guess he was just, I don't know, because he would just say message.
Yeah, was that like I guess he'd done before?
I don't know. Maybe it was just pointing out that this was a part you should have been paying attention to, like trying to put some seriousness on the stupidity.
Maybe
that's what I felt. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, because I didn't get it. Also, there was like a dead Elvis. Do you understand that?
I don't remember a dead Elvis.
The kids find like a dead body. Like, oh wow, it stinks.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Clearly, there's a joke there, but like I have no clue what the joke is supposed to be.
I think that was also from Boys from the Hood. I think
they find it at Elvis specifically, or just
I don't remember. Man.
Or is this a dead guy?
It was just a dead. Maybe they just found a dead guy. But I'm pretty sure those are like the kids from Boys in the Hood.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. See, that is something I was missing.
Yeah. So. Scenes I didn't like. Almost vomited when they were doing that sex scene.
Yeah, that was gross. You were talking about the bent sex scene is like too much, but like this was like this was horrible.
Like, yeah. I mean the bent one was. Yeah, this is way worse than bent.
Yeah, no, this is way worse.
This is way worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like that they were jumping in the gang member and were doing double dutch. I got a chuckle out of that. It's instead of beating them up, they did double dutch. I did enjoy that. After he had sex with her, she was like, the next day, she was like, I'm pregnant.
Not even the next day. It was like that in bed still.
It was like in bed.
Yeah. That's how I understood it. It was in bed. It was like 5 minutes later.
5 minutes later, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like little bits that I found funny.
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, I didn't hate it. I didn't hate the movie. I was glad when it was over. But my first watch, I feel like I liked it a lot more than I did this time. Maybe just because I'm so much more mature now, than I was.
Yeah, I think I might have found it funnier if I watched it early, like a while back. But now I'm kind of I just felt I was kind of bored by it.
Especially coming after Airplane.
Yeah.
It'd be hard.
Like I wish there was more jokes in this movie. Because then it's like even if some don't land, some will,
Yeah.
But I felt like there was a lot of scenes without any joke, or maybe just the joke was that it looks like this thing and it's not. I think that's a lot of the jokes, and that's not funny to me. It reminds me a lot of like the Family Guy type of humor where they just show a thing and that's the joke as they showed it.
Yeah, you're right.
To me, that's not funny. I don't know. Other people probably find it funnier. For me, I wish the movie had. I think if there was more of a connecting story, it's like, oh, he's like really working at getting out of the hood, and that guy's trying to get a job, but like the job thing just, I don't know. It's like a scene and then it never comes up again, and that's just like, I wish they had some kind of characters. I don't know.
I think it was made with good intentions. It definitely at the time. I mean, these movies were like all the rage, so of course. Yeah, it's just like kind of like when Scream was the rage. They did the movies to make fun of Scream. I don't even know what they were called now.
Not that Scream was making fun of those movies.
Yeah, but then they did a parody of that. The Wayans also did that too. Yeah.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. I can picture like the movie poster. I think.
Yeah. Scary movie.
Oh, wait, that was the Wayans Brothers? I thought they did it.
I believe the first one at least was.
Oh, okay.
Brothers. Okay. I'm surprised they haven't done like a superhero or Marvel parody. Seems like I don't know. Maybe they haven't. I missed it, but it just seems like it's probably too late now.
I feel like the Wayans Brothers were like more 2000s and early. I don't think they've really heard them come around in like 2010s or now.
I think their children are doing stuff now. Yeah. Anyway, things I did like, there's a Faison Love appearance. I don't know if you know who Faison Love is. He was also in Friday. He was like, he heard that the baby wasn't his, and he was all like,
yeah. That I found that funny.
Yeah,
I liked the grandma. Like, it's like the most. It's like, for me, it's like the broadest thing. But for some reason, old people being stupid is funny to me.
I didn't like the grandma.
No,
I thought that was too much.
It was a lot.
Yeah, but I did love
what?
I did love Bernie Mac as the cop, though. He was great. Rest in peace, Bernie Mac. That was my favorite part of the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he made. There were a lot of good parts, like the guy from Juice going to college and getting shot. Like, that just goes back to. Anyway, I feel like it would have hit more if you had watched the others, but it was still fine. It was entertaining. You didn't hate it, right?
I mean, I was with it for like an hour, and then I was like ready to just be done.
Yeah.
Like, I think I have my notes. I was like, I'm done. Like, it just, I was like, I don't know. I got nothing anymore. I'm just kind of going through.
Yeah. It felt like it was short, but then it still felt it was dragging on a little bit.
Yeah. But, and again, I think that's just because it's just like a bunch of little skits.
Yeah.
I feel like if there was like some kind of like more like a plot to it, and like these characters had some kind of like connection in some way, but they're just sort of there doing a thing, and then it goes on to the next scene where they're doing a thing, and I don't know. Like, for me, I would have liked that.
Yeah, I feel like
still you can still have all these jokes, but then like I don't know. For me, it would give me more to like, you know, cling on to, you know.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, okay, like, I'm gonna see what happens next. Is he going to like? How's he gonna get out of his like jail thing? Like, you know, like he's now he has like a crime on his record. Is he gonna be able to like get out of the hood now? Like that? I don't know, something like that. Do something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, most of the things just never comes up again. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like it's like missed opportunity.
Yeah. Oh well, we did it. We watched it. Made it through. It was on our list of things to get through, and we did it. So
we did it.
We did it.
What a great review. We did it.
Hey, we did it. We finished it. Shout out to us for finishing the movie.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that was it. Short and sweet.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to bring up on this movie, or do you want to announce the next movie? Or you want to make them wait?
Make them wait.
Yeah,
it'll be a surprise.
All right,
I haven't touched it yet.
Nice. All right, guys. Don't be a menace. We just call it "Don't be a menace." We don't have to.
Yeah, it's just "Don't be a menace."
Yeah,
that's too many words. I can't.
Yeah, "Don't be a menace."
The title's funny.
Yeah, if you've watched all of the other movies, I recommend it, and I highly recommend you watch American Fiction, and then join us when we do that on the main feed. All right, guys.
Wait, actually, I have something to add to that.
Yeah.
Though.
Okay.
Because like I think back again, I'm going back to Airplane. It's all unfair because that movie is so great. But like, I think about I can't remember exactly his name. The basketball player,
Kareem.
Yeah. But it's like the first time I watched it, I didn't recognize who that was, like, at all. I just didn't know. But that scene is still funny even without recognizing him.
Right.
You know, and that's how I feel like it should be.
Right. You shouldn't be dependent on other source material to make your movie make sense.
Yeah. Now the scene is even funnier knowing he's like a big basketball star.
Right.
Like, huge. That makes the scene like a lot funnier. But even without it, it's pretty funny.
Yeah. We're talking to you, Marbles. We didn't need to.
But.
So there you go. All right. Awesome. That's it. All right, guys. For Charlie, I'm Control. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us. Rewind by Phoenix. See you.